Want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin, weekly chart, zoomed in. Really want to focus on this idea. I mean, you've got a possible on the weekly. You got your low, obviously your highs up there, and then you come down and you put in, I mean, technically this is still a higher low. But here's what's in the way of the bulls, right? Your weekly 200 SMA, which was previously lost here, closed below the 200. Have a bullish reversal idea here with the long wick, and then strong move to the upside. Here, had this huge drop, doji, indecision. This would be a good reversal idea, but the bulls, you're starting to get a long wick on top. This means sell pressure. Right? Why are people selling? You don't want to see a bearish retest of this idea, or you see significant downside. Came up and you retested the 200 and this trend line. You bearishly retested it at this point. And so the weekly candle closes on Sunday night. So we definitely need a weekly candle close above 27,600. That's all there is to it. This is the Bitcoin daily chart. The bulls showed up. There's obviously a lot of confluence, with a bunch of news, Twitter. They obviously are getting involved in crypto, and then obviously Grayscale beat the SEC's court case, right? They beat the SEC in court. On the daily chart, the bulls put in this explosive move higher. It did start to sell off before the end of the day, but you closed, Bitcoin closed above the daily 200 SMA, which is a bullish idea, right? So you need 27,450 on this chart to be above the 200. So bulls have 52 minutes. Call your whale friends real quick and say, hey, buy Bitcoin. I mean, this would be a good sign, but not the end all be all, right? The daily was tested previously here, was bullishly retested. And look, you have this huge sell-off all the way down and you bounce right there, which is also that trend line we were talking about, right? This same trend line was tested here and you saw this huge move to the upside. Well, the problem is now the bulls lost the trend line. And so like reversal ideas, you want to see the price action regain this lower trend line. And this would be a huge bear trap, and the bears would get punished. Reality is on the 1 hour chart, you've got this, I mean, technically it's a bull flag, it's a falling wedge, 68% chance it breaks to the upside. Your indicators look okay. Yeah, where are the buys at? Where are the buys at? I mean, was this just a FOMO rally? What I'm very excited about in the future is this market completely just melting faces off, because I'm very confident that we'll see a spot ETF approved. I'm leaning towards next year, but again, it's news. How do you trade it? It's just going to happen. Probably you won't nail the bottom, and that's okay. You'll have plenty of entries across all these altcoins. And when I'm watching Bitcoin, I'm not trying to find entry into Bitcoin because you get better multiples on altcoins. But if Bitcoin dominance is pumping and Bitcoin's taking off, Bitcoin can act like an altcoin, and probably will with that type of news where a Bitcoin spot ETF. I mean, you'll have plenty of altcoins that do more upside than Bitcoin when that happens. But I'm very excited to see one of these spot ETFs get approved. And probably if one gets approved, multiple will get approved as well, because I've got some amazing shout outs to give in the leverage trading group. And so the coupon code's leverage100. $100 off for 6 months. Go to cryptorev.net, and leverage 200 is $200 off. And these leverage trades, we've been posting killer setups. I mean, this person had 14x'd his money. I said, how much you trading with? On average, he trades with about 500. Now he's been in the group for a while. Obviously you can see 376%, 271%, 105%, 81, 74, 73, 99, 55, 45. 16, 102. We've been making tons of money trading leverage. I definitely recommend you make a MEXC account. The VIP link is in the description. Bloomberg comes out and says there's a 75 chance of a Bitcoin ETF launch this year. Said it's a done deal for 2024. Okay, so let's look at this idea first. We understand that on the 1st of next month, you've got Bitwise ETF. On the 2nd, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spot Bitcoin ETFs. And then on the 4th, you've got Valkyrie. People underestimate, I think, the power of all these big institutions actually being comfortable putting other people's money in the Bitcoin market based on these spot ETFs that we've got a ton of Bitcoin futures, which is just paper trading, which is easily trackable. The SEC's concern is how are you going to track where this money, where these Bitcoin are coming from? You know, a lot of them went with Coinbase to make sure that you don't see a bunch of market manipulation. Right. So these ETFs are going to make it a lot easier and accessible for United States masses, specifically institutions, right? The big players. And that's what you want to see the price of Bitcoin moon. You need the institutions to jump right into the market. The biggest thing that's been holding it back, according to the SEC, is they want to be able to track where the Bitcoin's coming from. Coinbase offers a solution. And so all these ETFs, including BlackRock, have refiled and talked about using Coinbase. These physically backed ETFs, you buy one Bitcoin worth of the ETF and the trust must purchase one actual Bitcoin, right? So you finally have all these Wall Street firms that have the ability to unleash these massive budgets for marketing, and that actually people will be buying physical Bitcoin, right? So it's not paper trading anymore, and it will move the price of the market. It's very possible that you see multiple spot ETFs get approved at the same time when it happens. But I want you to understand this idea. So you've got quite a few this coming up month. So you've got the first deadline, which historically these are just delayed. So in September, if these are delayed, it goes to October mid-month. And then they're delayed, then goes to the 1st of next year. Highly probable, I think, that the SEC pushes this off. Do I want them to approve it immediately? Sure. But reality is it's completely normal, and they've always done it. Just push like they've been doing with ARC-21. They've just been pushing them off. On the second deadline, they just pushed it off. We're not ready to make this decision yet. Third deadline is coming for this ETF, 11/11/23. And then the final deadline, where I think we'll see at least a couple approvals, because they're running out of reasons. Like, if you don't have any more reasons, SEC, for these not to be approved, if you're running out of reasons and you just lost a court case, said you didn't have valid reasons to hold Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to convert to a spot Bitcoin ETF, if you didn't have enough reason, I think, what are they going to argue? And the SEC going to want to go to court and start battling all these multiple court cases? I think it just makes the SEC look bad. I mean, you have to admit, they lose to Ripple XRP, lose to Scale Bitcoin Trust in court. There's going to be a point where, hey, we don't have enough reasons. So a lot of things change whenever this happens. Like, I'm not going to try to predict, hey, this is the date the news is going to happen, because if that's your strategy, you're going to have a tough time trading this market, timing the news. After it happens, there'll be obviously explosive move out of Bitcoin, and there'll be multiple entries for a lot of these altcoins that we've been watching, and full market flips as soon as this happens. Halving coming up, so there's multiple reasons why this market takes off in the future. Super excited to be here with you guys every step of the way. Also, I want you to understand that money is the tool, right? We need it. Make sure if you're losing money in this market right now, stop what you're doing, because you cannot let other people take your money. You need this capital. There's definitely an idea. I can build a very strong case that to be a good trader, it costs money. It costs money to learn how to trade. It costs more, exponentially more, if you don't learn how to trade, because you'll end up holding downtrends. You'll end up not taking profits. You'll do a lot of things wrong. If you do not know the rules of this game, you cannot win. Once you have the money, it's all about growing wealth, and a lot of different strategies as far as that goes. But initially, you need the money. You got to send your money to work. And this is kind of where we're at now. You send your money to work so you don't have to. You got to get as many people out of working. That is just a trap. People get caught up in that because they've seen their parents go to work for years and years and years. And they just assume that, hey, that's the way life's supposed to be. But the reason why probably you're here right now watching this video is because you know, hey, this is the biggest financial opportunity of our lifetimes. And we have to make it count. And so I'm just reaffirming that idea is that, yes, this is it. This is over the next year and a half, 2 years, like life-changing money's coming, right? But you just have to have your skills in place. And so super excited for the future with you guys. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.